right, you guys, welcome back this week to the Love Frequency Podcast where we turn pain into power. So I wanted to kind of talk about this week, the topic. Do you guys feel like you prefer to allow people to approach you, or do you mind approaching other people? And I have a reason for that. And then we have three cards. So when you're dating, the question is, do you prefer to seek out people or allow people to come to you? For example, what if you really like that person? Are you going to just wait around until they say something? And if they don't say anything, then what does that mean? There's no you or them? Stay tuned. Okay, you guys, welcome back. Welcome back. We have three cards today. I'm going to just go ahead and show you what they are because I feel like they flow with the topic that I want to bring up. Also, this is the tarot deck. It's being released, as mentioned before, in June. So stay tuned. It's still a few tweaks that I need to work on, but this is the sample deck, which is almost perfect, but only I noticed the little things. I think I showed y'all in the last video, the little tweaks that I want to do on it. But yeah, let's get into them. Okay, fear of intimacy, locked heart, and the ego. The ego, locked heart, and fear of intimacy. Now, where am I going with this? I want to see if y'all been following me almost a year. So June will be 1 year for Love Frequency. Literally, I've been consistent every single week with the podcast because I still is in the process of transitioning to a new place, a new city back home. It has been a lot trying to keep up with everything. So I'm going to try to get back into it. And I have a few celebrity guests coming for June. July is about to be summertime, so it's about to be lit. So y'all, please just bear with me. It's been so much. I'm so tired, but you have to be consistent with your craft. And what do I always talk about? You have to show yourself that you want to do it. You have to believe in yourself enough to say, this is my passion, this is my dream, and do not allow somebody else to come in and take over. What I mean about that is a lot of us try to lean on other people to help us. For example, I could have easily found someone who had a podcast and say, hey, you think you could help me? Which I'm pretty sure they wouldn't mind. But I'm a leader, so I like to learn things on my own, then build my network up. Just because I can say, hey, I built it from the ground up. I did it on my own. I didn't have any help. But then I was able to eventually, let's say after a year, which we're coming up on a year, I was able to meet new people, network, and those people that I met in the future, and I'm manifesting it right now, you guys. They help elevate Love Frequency to the next level. But it took me a year to get there or so, and this is where we're at. So I'm kind of proud of that. I'm proud of myself. But the topic that I want to talk about is, now that I'm back on the East Coast, I've been getting a lot of attention. Not like that, but my question to you all is, do you approach people? Yeah, so my question to you all is, do you mind approaching other people? Or do you see them and you wait until they approach you? The reason why I'm bringing that up is because there has been a few people, and this deck is about healing, right? It's about healing. It's about love. It's about accountability. And as you can see by the cards, like the ego, fear of intimacy, locked heart. You already know where I'm going with this topic. So some people are afraid of rejection. Some people are afraid of opening up to people. So their way of eliminating rejection is to not pursue people. Does that make sense? So their mentality is like, oh, cool, if I don't pursue this person, they pursue me, then I can avoid being rejected. But here's the problem, guys, with that. You are avoiding growth. Everything in life may not come easily, okay? That can be a job. That can be you becoming a millionaire. You are supposed to be a hustler. You are supposed to be a leader. Why are you afraid to pick your future spouse and say, that's the one, that's what I'm gonna go after? Y'all don't have no problem going after money. Y'all don't have no problem going after that business and whatever else. But when it comes to love and potentially maybe meeting a potential spouse, a good person, People are so afraid of that. I just don't understand. It's no difference than you walking into, let's say, a bank and you, hey, I need a $1 million loan. They can reject you. Okay, guess what? I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try again, because this is for me, and what's for you is gonna be. So don't be afraid, because people ain't, like I said, y'all ain't afraid to do that. But yeah, y'all rather pick toxic relationships, toxic people, just to avoid that rejection of the person you really want. I know I talk about that a lot on this channel, but y'all be surprised how many people be in my inbox. These people are married. These people are in relationships. And I just be looking like, damn, I'm single. Okay, as a principal. But that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a husband or whatever you got, and it's not who you want to be with. Why you with them? That's why I preach a lot about why are you with them? Because some people are afraid of who they really want to be with, or they're afraid to be alone, so they stay in toxic relationships, rebound relationships that they don't want. And somebody just made a post about this. I'm trying to see, who was it? Was it K Michelle? Yeah, she was like, and this is no offense to the women, but she was like, ladies, y'all got to make sure y'all step y'all game up so that you are not stuck in these relationships that you really don't want to be in. A lot of people are looking for help. They're looking for someone to take care of them. So that's why they're afraid to get out of that relationship, or that's why they hunt certain people. Oh, that person is a good person. They be scheming and shit. They'll be scheming like, okay, cool, I'm going to get with this person because this person going to help me elevate, da, 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 da. Remember a few videos back, what I tell y'all, out here dating people, what were they doing before you? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want you to elevate them. But tell me, just like with a job, tell me your resume. Tell me what you was doing before. Why do you want to apply to this job? And not to say compare relationships to business, but relationships, marriage, that is like a business. A relationship can make and break you. A relationship can put you in a financial situation that you don't want to be in, because now you with somebody that you got to take care of, versus somebody, how you take your time, you got with a leader where they can kind of contribute. Going back to the tribe, it's not in this tarot deck. Remember way back when we talked about the other tarot deck, tribe was in that and stuff. So y'all got to pick y'all partners very carefully. Y'all got to pick your friends carefully, business partners, relationships, marriages. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. What I am saying is that I've learned a lot. And love frequency was birthed because of healing, because of having the wrong friends, having the wrong people around me, having the wrong type of energy. So I've learned from that. And I no longer complain about it. I just move on, be like, okay, peace out. Have a good day. So going back to the topic though, I feel some people have that ego going on. They are afraid of intimacy. And y'all may ask, if that person is in a relationship, sorry about the glare. If that person is in a relationship, why might they fear intimacy? They're in a relationship, right? Y'all, you will be surprised how many people are in relationships that are a cover up. It covers up them being seen. And I talked about that a while back. It covers that up. It helps them to put on a mask. Okay, all that glitters isn't gold. It helps them to keep that mask on. It helps them to have someone as a crutch. So people can be in these relationships with the wrong people and they're okay with that because they don't want to grow. They don't want the relationship they really want yet. They're afraid to be alone, because when you're alone, you got to sit with yourself and really know yourself and have introspection. And some people are afraid of that growth, or they may be afraid of that relationship because it's the unknown. Okay, I'm more comfortable in this space, and I'm not comfortable in this space because it's unknown to me. I'm not familiar with that type of energy. So there's not right or wrong, but because we're coming up on this 1-year anniversary, what was my first video that I talked about rebounds? And that person is not better than or less than. That person is vibrating at that person's frequency. So that's why that person chose them. And if you are vibrating at a different frequency, then of course you're going to attract different people. So don't take it personal at all. But also don't be afraid to be alone and be single, because some of y'all are afraid of intimacy, even though y'all in a relationship, which is crazy as fuck. I've had this happen to me too. People in relationships with me 4 years, 5 years, and I wasn't somebody that they probably saw long term. And then once I started healing and really going to therapy, once my mother passed away, I was able to see people even more for who they are. Forgive people, because guess what? We all out here living the human experience. And whatever happened to me, I'm not even upset about it because it made me the person that I am today. And I'm going to tell you all this. If I'm able to go through all of that and still be a good person, start a podcast and be positive, I personally don't want to be around certain energy that can't be positive too. Who did you lose? Some people crash out over a relationship. I've lost a relationship. I've lost my best friend in 2020. Lost my mom. My grandmother passed last year, and something else happened to me January of this year. And I'm still doing me. I'm still happy. Y'all see me be traveling, still a good person. So when I come across people who can't handle that, or they still in their healing phase, they still need to do shadow work to help them, go ahead and on and do that, because I know I came to this earth to help and heal people, but I also learned boundaries as well along the way. And there's a boundaries card in here. We got to pull that boundaries card out, shuffle it. But once I started really tapping into saying no, that's for family too, and sticking to my boundaries, a lot of stuff I started noticing. And guess what? I take accountability. Speaking of the accountability card, even though we didn't pull it, but some of y'all be using your ego to disguise and say, oh, that's not real, that's not whatever. Get rid of that false stuff and start operating in your higher self. I'm trying to tell y'all, the more you start being authentic, the more you start being truthful, the more you can start tapping into your higher self and what it is that you need to do and be doing in this lifetime. But some of y'all have a fear. Y'all out here picking anything, or some of y'all got a locked heart. What is that? Maybe you've been hurt before. This is a beautiful card too. Some of y'all, maybe you've been hurt before. So some of y'all have been hurt before, where going back to the comfortability, maybe you choose certain people because you're afraid of certain other people. Look, I can take the hit from this person, but what if I was to find a true soulmate or a true twin flame or a healthy relationship? What if it don't work out? That's that fear coming in. What if it don't work out? That's that ego coming in. That's that ego telling you. You're telling yourself that maybe it's going to be bad, but how would you know what it's going to be if you don't take that risk? Just like you do with everything else, with business, money, artistry. We all take risks every single day. So why not take a risk on love? And here's another thing, you guys. This is what trips me up. Some of us talk about spirituality, being chosen ones, and being whatever, right? What if God, the universe, sent someone to you? You are rejecting God's plan. You are rejecting God's love, because certain people, we are God bodies, right? So that's how I look at every individual to come across my path. I don't think nothing negative yet until proven otherwise. So when people come in my life, I'm like, oh, okay, that's another God body. That's a good person. Why? Because I'm a good person, and I'm going to assume that God sent them to me. So why would I mess it up? Or why would I be afraid to date that person, or have a fear of intimacy, or have a locked heart because of what I went through in my grief? I don't have a locked heart. I went through healing. And the funny thing about it is, you would think that my heart would be locked because of everything that I've been through. Why not? Or why can't I get somebody good after going through all of that? It's not my time yet. Divine timing is important with everything. Yes. So hopefully I'm not making this video too long. I want to make sure I touch on all the points. We're all spiritual beings. We're all God bodies. We're all trying to get to the level of our higher self and tap into that. So I say go for it. I feel like the universe isn't going to send you anything or put you through anything that you can't handle, that's not a part of your plan or your soul contract in this lifetime anyway. Regardless of how painful you think that situation is, you don't know once the veil is lifted. That's something that we could have signed up for. And then once the veil is lifted, you be like, dang, I signed up for this lesson. And you know what? That lesson taught me. It connected me with this person. So don't look at everything like a bad thing. That's how I am now. Listen, it is what it is. It's making me a good person, better person. It's making me really see. It's making me be able to help other people and have a more of a better understanding, even though before my losses, I thought I was doing a great job. But I guess God said he needed to do some more shifts in my life. So that's what it is, and that's what it's going to be. But not to make this too long until next time. But that's the question today. Do y'all avoid people, or do you like people to approach you? And the people that I noticed Just to summarize everything, the people that I notice who say that, they are usually afraid of rejection. But guess what? Let's say that person did choose you. They can still do something fucked up. So what's the difference? What's the difference? What's the difference if you approach them or if they approach you? Just do it. Who cares? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of that at all. And y'all will be surprised how many people will come in contact with me and literally stare at me from across the room. Come and talk to me. I'm a cool person. You do not have to be all the way over there. They'll literally look and stare and then won't say nothing. And story time. Let me tell y'all a quick story time. So this was about 2009. One of my exes at the time, matter of fact, my longest relationship, walked in a club with my best friend, right? Nobody in the club wanted to speak to me, say nothing to me. She saw me and approached me. She was like, let me buy you a drink. That's your best friend. Let me buy her a drink. Shit, she was ready to buy the whole bar a drink. And then next thing, she just took my hand and took me on the dance floor. She was hilarious. She was funny. Then she started rapping. You're creative, you're funny, you're outgoing. And she wasn't afraid to talk to me. And as soon as she left, I swear, bullshit you not, 5 people tried to approach me. And I just looked at them. I said, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to somebody who doesn't have confidence enough to approach me or at least ask me my name. And if I say, hey, I don't want to be bothered, then oh well. And she said the same thing. She said, you was over there looking kind of mean or whatever. So that's real why I really approach you. I was like, no, sometimes I have a resting face, but I'm nice, y'all. I'm really sweet. And she was just like, even if you would have rejected me, I still was going to talk to you and see what type of person you were. Just because you look one way, that don't mean that's who you are. But that's how she was. She was like, I don't care if you rejected me or not. I had to take a chance. I respect that. So I say that to y'all too. Regardless if it's relationships, take that chance. Take that risk. We all are here living the human experience. We all have to get to a higher self level. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all don't want to be reincarnated over and over again because y'all in this karmic loop. That's in my deck. Y'all in this karmic loop dealing with the same stuff because y'all not trying to grow. So y'all stay in comfortable relationships that don't stretch you, that don't help you grow. Still use the toxic relationships because that's what you're used to, or trying to control the narrative because controlling things is more easier than the unknown for some people. So that's all I got to say. Love y'all. Until next time. And don't be afraid to email me some more topics if y'all want to. And sorry for the delay, but I'm super busy, y'all. But I was like, I gotta get on here and spread the word. So I'm out.